people that were really disappointed here in the United States. And if we're to tackle all the issues facing the nation, are the pandemic, the economy, this end phase of the election that's still, in some cases, is up in the air, still counting votes. We need to remind ourselves that we're all Americans. We're all in this together, no matter who you voted for last week. And I'm saying this on a personal development challenge because isn't it true that your next level of performance, your next level of connection, your next level of legacy in your community is based on how you show up and how you handle things that go your way or don't go your way, both sides of the same coin. Because, if we gloat because our side won, and I put that in quotes because we're all on the same side if you think about it, but if our side lost and you're going to continue to do rhetoric that divides people or casts doubt on the institutions that we have, we're not taking the steps that we need to come together to face these big issues that we have. And, if we have a divided house, if we have a divided, nation, as Abraham Lincoln, I'm paraphrasing Mr. Abe Lincoln, it will surely fall. So, how does this becoming your best self really help that, right? It's having grace, it's having humility, it's having a sense that there's something greater, right? We have a really amazing experiment here going on in the United States. It's been going on for a while that so far has done so well. And to take that for granted, to say that, hey, that could be lost, and I know that elections elicit emotions, right? I think that's part of how they motivate people to turn out. And, I remember growing up having a family member when I was really young where Richard Nixon had passed away. And they were very ecstatic about this person's death. And I remember being appalled. I think it was like 7 or 8. We're like, wow, how could you say that somebody died, that you're that happy? And, I know people have said that about the previous administration. I've had people, that were hoping for that in the current administration. And it's still just pretty icky, It's not, for someone that you admire, for someone that's influential to you, someone that you listen to hear that type of language is really disappointing, right? Above all. Because other people are watching, and people notice, and it impacts relationships. It impacts your influence with other people. It impacts how other people feel safe sharing around you. There's all these things. It just diminishes trust. And right now we need more trust. We need more of that binding together. So when I say, what can you do? Go out there with more humility, with more understanding, compassion, but really, I think the overarching message is go out there with service. How are you helping the people in your community, regardless of where they are on the political spectrum, cope with what's going on right now, or building that common ground so that we can move forward and get out of some of the most serious things or many of the serious things that we're facing right now as a nation. So that's kind of where my head is at now on Start Your Morning with a Coach. So, and again, this message of how you show up all the time, right, is going to lead to your next level of success. But more importantly, if enough of us are doing this, it'll help our communities, have more success, more resilience, more optimism and hope, and more, unity moving forward as we face all these things. And if enough communities can do that, that's how we can move the state. That's how we can move our nation and the great United States. So I offer you that thought. Comment below how there's something that you think you can do today and this week to show up and just exemplify being the best you can be, right? Thinking about that and measuring yourself on that is something we talk about in high performance coaching quite a bit. And so that would be the one thing to do to kind of kickstart all of this this crazy idea. What can you do to show up as your best self today, this week, every day for the rest of your life? So, with that said, folks, hope you found this helpful. I know I try to avoid politics, but it's really hard to in today's climate, and I think we need more people talking about coming together, about getting through this together, about what the next phases are, even if a lot of us are angry at past, we're angry about what's going to be coming. We have a lot of these feelings, but they don't have to define who we are as a person or as a nation. So that said, guys, take care. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Comment below again with what you're going to do this week or today to exemplify your character and the best of you, and I'll highlight that tomorrow, and we'll go from there. Okay, take care, folks.